Hello everybody. I guess you can see I'm still playing around with these avatars, but I'm having fun with it. So today let's do a little truth telling about preparing for RV camping, at least how the captain and I prepare. Let's call it the thrill, chill, and grill of RVing. So you may not know, but RVing comes with many responsibilities. The first requirements involve planning how much time you have to camp and travel. How far do you want to travel? And if you want to be at a campsite, or maybe you want to mooch dock in a relative's driveway. Those are all considerations. For us, locating a campsite involves deciding if we want hookups or if we want a boondock. Hookups include the luxuries of home, like electricity, water, and sewer. That makes camping very, very comfortable. While boondocking would be living off of what your RV provides, which would usually entail a generator, water stored in an RV tank, and or using solar panels for battery backups. Next, what we do is make our reservations, and we usually scope out campgrounds online, and we either reserve them online or we call the campsite and we pay our deposit over the telephone, or we pay in full. As camping time gets close, we go to the storage facility and we pick up Bliss, and we bring her back home so we can start loading all of our necessities. So let me tell you, food is a priority, because I don't know about you, but being outdoors makes me want to eat. So we meal plan carefully, we think about the things that we enjoy eating, and those are the things that we stock into the RV. We try to make healthy choices though, but there's usually a lot of snacking going on. We also think about the adventures that are planned, and we pack the appropriate clothing and shoes. Then there is the glamping aspect. So what is glamping? Some people might ask. Well, to me, it's the fun and comfortable stuff that makes camping seem like home. For instance, special cooking, eating, relaxing, or exploring supplies. How much glamping you bring along depends upon your unique tastes, what you plan to do, the weather, the camping locations, and any restrictions they might have at the campsite. The captain and I think very carefully about the glamping needs that we have, because storage is a premium in our B-plus RV. Then the captain plans out a friendly RV route for us to take. It might not always be the fastest, but it would be the best for us. We try not to travel on roads that are extremely hilly or too tight. We also found that low-hanging trees are not our friends. Finally, the captain completes an RV mechanical and safety inspection. He checks the tires, he looks under the hood, he fills up the RV with water, he checks the propane levels, etc., etc., etc. And when he's done, we gas it up and hit the road. That's called travel day, and it can cause a bit of anxiety, but that is the thrill of it. Because chances are it's somewhere where we've never been before.
Once you get on the road, it's not about you anymore. It's about the destination, getting there safely. I won't get us there.
So when we're traveling, I'm constantly filming and recording and looking for something interesting. But with RV travel, you really have to maintain a focus and be ready for anything, especially those cars on the road that can be a bit disrespectful. We sometimes stop for more gas along the way, sometimes at a Buc-ee's. Look that up. The neat thing is that we have accessible food on board. I can feed the captain while he drives, and he appreciates that. We can also switch out drivers. The captain laughs sometimes about sleeping with one eye open when I was driving through Tennessee traffic. It was windy and it was raining and the roads were windy and I was listening to my music and making time, let me tell you. It's also very nice that we have our own bathroom on board. However, there are times when we do need to stop. So there are available to you travel rest stops and also places where you can park to sleep overnight, like Walmart, Cabela's, and Cracker Barrel. And they might have changed the name of Cracker Barrel by the time you see this video. Just remember that some places might require you to call if you plan to park overnight, especially some Walmarts. Once you arrive at the campsite, there is usually a check-in booth where you receive a map of the campground and their rules. You also may receive directions to your site. Now, when you finally locate your campsite, it's a good idea to survey the space because you need to fit in the space. Align the RV with the hookups, and you need to have proper ingress and egress for your door. It's also a good idea to survey where the trees are, especially low-hanging or damaged trees. It's at this point when tensions could get a little high. Just saying. I've seen couples get into it a bit. After all, at this point, it's been a long day, right? The captain uses blocks if we need leveling, completes the hookups, adds a water filter, switches on the propane, takes out the glamping items. I get the work done inside by letting out the slide. I make our bed, I run the water until it's clear, and then I make our drinks and a snack. It's party time, y'all. Let the chill begin. We review our maps and we search for the amenities at the campsite and in the local area. After that, we might take a walk around to get the lay of the land. Then it's grill time, baby. As I said, we do enjoy a good meal while camping. So for us, camping is about enjoying being outdoors and enjoying each other. And sometimes we meet other nice people that are enjoying themselves just like us. Our RV is small enough that we can unhook and travel off the campground. We've even called an Uber to pick us up from the campground to venture out. Then just like that, it's time to go home. The last day is always a little sad. We usually have to vacate by a certain time, so we unhook, pull in the slides, dump, and basically undo everything that we did upon arrival. On the way out, we may stop for gas before hitting the highway. And then once we're back home, we unload, unpack, wash or wipe up bliss, and return her to storage. And I must say, like any trip, it's always nice to sleep in your own bed. Bye for now, y'all.